All right. Session 40 something of 47 of Descent into Fernia. Who would like to give the recap?
So we were just sort of refreshing our recollections. We were looking for some place to like lay low and possibly rest. And there wasn't a lot of like features on the horizon that seemed like they were good for that. But we eventually found we found two possible options. One was a crater, and the other was up next to the river, which I guess is the Styx. What is this giant river? The Phlegathon? I don't know which river this is supposed to be.
River Styx, but it's like a super heated, super fluid type thing.
So, but next to the river, there was essentially an incline that led down to a cave. So we drove down there, but this road, the path that led down to this cave was pretty narrow. Like at some point, I'm pretty sure we had like a wheel hanging over the edge, about to plummet into the river. So, but we made it to the cave where we found we still couldn't turn around. So we proceeded deeper and deeper into the cave, hoping there was nothing sort of living in it. And it was just getting like hotter and hotter and deadlier outside. Eventually navigating our way around the cave. We didn't take all of the branches of the cave. We left a lot of it unexplored. But we did take a side branch that led us down into a fairly large cavern where we could turn around, where there's what appeared to be a fountain of like boiling water. And looking into it, we could see images of what were clearly, at least seemed clearly to us to be Eberron. And, unfortunately, so hot outside that like we couldn't get out to check it out any further. And we figured either it's like some sort of scrying pool where something was using to look in on Eberron, or it was possibly portals back to Eberron. But not being able to get out and explore further, we didn't really figure out much more about that. So we made our way out of the cave and back up the narrow path. Oh yeah, I forgot. We got to add our own little details, and one of the things we got to add, or at least I added, was on the River Styx, we saw the top of what was clearly an enormous, like steamship-like structure just moving up the river. So that may come back to haunt me. But we made our way back up. We didn't rest in the cave because of the heat, and we decided instead to check out the crater. Going down the crater, we saw there was some sort of stone formation, but it was, I forget, was there like a moat? For some reason, we couldn't get close to it.
Yeah, there was a pit of ooze.
Right.
Like
we didn't want to
black.
touch. Oh, right. It, like the thing from the Next Generation that killed Tasha Yar.
Yes.
There was this pit of black ooze around the structure, but we could see what looked like an enormous soul coin embedded in it. So the branded one suggested that Lux simply leap over to where the coin is, and she could land on the stone, balance on top of it probably pretty easily. And then it wouldn't require actual spells. But once she got there, he realized she's probably not going to be able to easily pull the coin out because it was pretty deeply embedded in the rock. So as she was jumping, he cast Stone Shape to begin to move the stone away from around it. She did manage to pluck the coin out of the stone, almost dropping it, but managed to catch it. And then she leapt back. I don't remember what happened after that.
Yeah, so essentially, as the branded one began shaping the stone away from the coin was about to fall into the goo, and Lux caught it. But in catching it, the weight of the coin was such that it nearly threw her off balance into the goo. But then also, Lux became overcome with this fiendish presence that she could feel from within the coin. And then that was where we left off. So
She's
it
still on the
look-
rock then?
she is still on the rock. Yes.
Does it look
Um,
anything like the coin that no, I guess I never actually saw it. I just know that a person had it back in, what's his fuck its place? The Wandering Emporium.
No, but you would have gotten a fairly good description of it, especially because everybody would have been mimicking Fatala because he's so so clearly proud and brags about his coin all the time that people could from memory just kind of recite what he says in making fun of him. So you would have known that fiend coins were typical soul coins are maybe about 6 inches across. A fiend coin is much larger. It could be a foot or greater in diameter. They also, the markings on a fiend coin are very different. And so this was very clearly a fiend coin, if for no other reason, but just based on its size. But yeah, let me bring up the map. And I hope that everybody has vision right away. And I'm also gonna open up.
I can see clearly now.
Huzzah!
The map is
Also can.
there.
I can also see.
Let me get another window up for the display. So I wasn't sure of everybody's position aside from Lux and the vehicle and Vegnog, because I know Vegnog, you were with the vehicle and you had thought about using one of the weapons to kind of melt the rock around the coin. I envisioned that the branded one was somewhere over here maybe, but I don't know. You guys can put yourselves wherever you want. And then obviously Ewan wasn't there at all.
Yeah, so I don't know where you
And I
so what I do know is that and we can just retcon it slightly to make this map work. It had to have been less than 30 feet from where I was to the rock, because I
Okay.
had to use distance spell on stone shape to get 30 foot of distance on it. But
Okay, yeah,
I did spend an inspiration point to get stone shape in the first place, so maybe I got a little extra out of it.
Okay, yeah, we can do that. I wasn't sure if it was 30-foot diameter or 60-foot.
Right. So I mean, I'm
Or-
sure I asked specifically because I wanted to know if I
Yeah.
had to could use distance spell. But otherwise, I was also pretty sure I was like right near the edge, because I had to get close enough to cast a spell. So this makes
Yeah.
sense.
So yeah, we'll say that through the combination of the action point and whatnot, you are able to make that work. And then let's get the screen share.
did we have a long rest or anything yet?
We did at some point.
So I'm not down half my hit points.
No, you would have full everything, and if you had any exhaustion, you would have healed 1. And I think Lux, last session you had healed one of the, because I think you still have ability damage, right? You're
It
muted.
was Veg.
I don't think so anymore. No.
It was Vegnog who
Oh,
had
that
ability.
okay, Vegnog.
Yeah. Trying to figure out what. Oh, that's not, I didn't mean to do that.
So, and then
Yeah.
Trebek
Head
would
intelligence damage. And wisdom damage. And charisma damage.
All the damages
okay.
and damage.
All right. So everybody sees Lux. She grips the coin and she just kind of stands there for a moment, very rigid. It's she's a bit far away, but you can see her brow kind of tensing, and her jaw setting. And slowly she pulls the coin up and just kind of holds it out in front of her, and she's just kind of standing there rigid. And while that's happening, Lux, within your mind, you're suddenly transported to somewhere very different, somewhere very comfortable, somewhere safe, somewhere from your past. So go ahead and describe where it is that you suddenly find yourself.
So it's like a small little field, not even a field, like a small patch of open air, open ground. There's probably a fence around it. It was probably near where a lot of the Flame Keep training went on. So it's kind of an empty spot back in, don't ask me what city because I can't tell you.
Valios.
Thank you. Kind of in the city itself, but kind of a quiet spot where I would sit. So I'm definitely there.
Okay. So, and Lux, you find yourself in the middle of a familiar activity while you're doing that. So what would you be doing there? Something that would be calming or enjoyable to you.
Well, I'm like meditating and I'm smoking a big fat one right now.
Okay. Now, roll me a, you can do insight, investigation, or perception, any of them.
Let's see, which okay. You said insight, right?
Insight would work.
I'll insight something. Yeah.
Okay.
I'm not used to. I'm completely thrown off because I've been sober for at least a couple days, and this is just kind of all throwing me out of whack.
Yeah. So this all feels very natural. Whatever it was that you were doing before this, you can't even remember. For you, you've been meditating and enjoying this time, but then you hear a rustle in the leaves coming up to you, and you open your eyes, and there, sitting down next to you, is Jofar.
Okay.
And he says, "Oh, Lux, my dearest Lux, how have you been?"
Well, I guess.
Really? Nothing has transpired that perhaps you regret? And suddenly you get a flash of memory as Solomon's head is cleanly separated from his body. And you weren't there, but you are able to see it and remember it as if you watched it happen in front of your eyes.
I take a big hit and just say, just enjoying myself here. It's calm and peaceful, like it used to be. I mean, like it is.
My dear Lux, how would it be for you if we could just be here together like this for eternity?
Yeah, as long as we got like a certain amount of separation between us, we'll be fine.
Oh, we can certainly arrange that. But, Lux, you're in pain. And you get a flash once again of Solomon's decapitated body as you are burning it in a pyre, and setting aside his charred skull.
You live this old, you're always in pain. Take another big puff, and I like blow out a bunch of smoke, and then I look to see, like, hoping that after the smoke dissipates that Jofar is not there anymore, and then he's still there. I'm like, shit.
Jofar blinks, and then suddenly his eyes are pools of fire, completely burning red.
Don't you pull that Morar shit with me.
No, Lux, I am not Jofar, nor am I his alter ego. But it doesn't mean that we can't still be friends. What do you wish for more than anything?
You know, to just be here in peace.
Oh, to just be here in peace. Is that all?
It's a good start. I don't want to get too far ahead of myself.
Well, what if we bring our son into this? And then suddenly Solomon it appears. There's like a wooded area, and you can see him like come from behind some of the trees and emerge and walk over. And then he sits down, and you guys are kind of like sitting in a triangle.
Well, this isn't too bad. As long as he doesn't talk too much.
And then while this is going on outside, Ewan, Vegnog, and the branded one begin to see the pool of inky goo beneath the rock begin to swirl, and tendrils of it begin to snake up along the rock, weaving in about themselves, and then wrapping around Lux's ankles and slowly rising up and enveloping her nearly completely.
Before, I don't know how quickly are we talking here?
I mean, it's pretty quick, but it's not like lightning quick.
I like And in an attempt, she seems to be just sort of like, I assume she's sort of like turned the other direction, like away from us.
Oh,
But
she'd be facing like the branded one.
Oh, okay. Well, then if she looks like she's sort of like fucking zoned out or whatever, then I would throw my boomerang at the rock so that it would like clash off of it, sort of, and perhaps wake Lux up
Okay.
and maybe hit some of that goo.
So, go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Yeah.
Okay. So you strike right where you intend to, and it creates a small impact crater on the rock. You can see that some of the goo that may have been in the immediate vicinity kind of, kind of explodes away as that sonic rate, that sonic boom kind of moves it away, but there are other tendrils that continue up unimpeded. And despite the clamor of the impact, it doesn't seem to phase Lux.
Look at everybody. Anybody got a way over there?
That was part of the problem. I slipped into Solomon there. That was part of the problem that caused her to jump over there. Was we were having trouble figuring out how to traverse this goo.
Did we touch it? I wasn't here.
Right. No, we did not touch it. We did, however, shoot acid at the rock to see if we could like free the coin from a distance. That didn't really do that much. Damaged the coin a little bit, we think. But I don't recall if we shot the goo itself. I feel like we did to see if we could like destroy the goo, and it didn't really work.
Yeah, so eventually, as you guys are having this discussion, this goo quickly begins to overtake Lux until she, while standing on top of a boulder, she begins to take on this appearance. Well, that didn't do it. But Lux's face and torso is still visible, and the coin is also, the face of it can be seen kind of like a chest plate. And Lux's eyes turn red, and then you begin to hear this. Let's see if this will work.
How foolish mortals be! So many think to bear our coins and drink our power for their own. Such desperate greed. But all you do is provide us a new shell to mold into our bodies. And now, Lux is mine, and we are hungry.
I throw the boomerang again, I guess.
So everybody roll initiative.
Oh boy.
And then Peter, you're gonna be controlling Trebek.
Yeah, as
If you
long
want to
as
do that.
Yeah, as long as Kurt's cool with that.
Rebecca's not mine.
Um,
And since Trebek may be your new character after we kill Lux now. I just can't help but notice that this is you in stream. He wanted to have a symbiote. Instead, he did not get a symbiote. He just had his arm eaten. And now Lux, without even trying, gets her own symbiote.
Right. Yeah.
Are you gonna update the tracker,
Wait, why is it?
or do you want us to re-roll?
It may be just slow. Sometimes it's been slow in recent weeks.
Yeah.
Perhaps adding something to it might refresh it too. So
All right, let me try and.
Oh,
yeah.
nice.
see. Aha. Smart.
Didn't do Vegna. Wow.
You're too fast.
I'll add Vegnog unless you wanna, if you have a way to roll that might be registered.
I do. This should auto register. I mean, I'll take the 17 over.
Okay, and then, Peter, do you know where to?
I mean, I got his character sheet. I don't see initiative on here, but
It's like a dice.
Huh?
It's usually like looks like a dice, I think. Right.
Let's,
oh, there it is. Yeah, I see it.
okay, you got it.
Yep. All right. Thanks.
Nice. We got pretty good initiative.
It's got better, which is unfortunate. Oh, the initiative tracker's gone.
That's close.
Oh, there it goes.
Okay. All right. So let's see.
Excuse me.
I need to get the alert feed so I can add to my initiative something better than a 2. I have advantage. It just never works out.
So Lux is going to leap from the rock, landing here and turning towards Trebek and the branded one, is going to spew forth gallons of this black ichor. Oh, nice.
Nice.
I think I should be rolling something here. Deck save.
Yeah.
Who's it hitting?
It's Trebek and the branded one. So branded one, roll again.
Okay.
Okay. So not only are you able to completely avoid all of it, but you also manage to knock Trebek out of the way so that both of you completely avoid any of the damage and do not even get a drop of this black goo on you. Let's see if it does anything else. That's all it's going to do for now on its turn. And then Trebek is up, Vegnog on deck, Ewan in the hole.
Oh shit, I'm up.
Also, Peter, you remember the other thing that you can use?
Yeah, just send me a message on that. Remind me
Okay.
where to look. Let's see. So, well, let's see. I've got. Can't reach the infernal creature now. 20 feet away.
Where's everybody's chat window?
What do you mean?
I can't see anyone's picture. It's just everything went away.
I usually turn the pictures off.
Like in Zoom or in Roll20?
In Zoom, I can't see anyone's face.
Oh.
It's because
You're
we are
welcome.
Legion.
I don't know why that is. I can see everyone.
I can see everyone. Yeah.
Here, let me stop sharing for a sec. Now I can see you, and then I'll start sharing again. Oh, it's because I have the optimized for video clip, I think, probably. It's actually good to know.
So, I guess Trebek would take out one of his silver crossbow bolts and try to shoot this thing.
Okay.
Boom, yeah. Silver
So-
crossbow for 500. Boom.
Yeah, so that's a hit.
It's the daily
Um,
double.
Unfortunately, you didn't phrase it in the form of a question, so no damage.
He was asking for the answer.
Correct.
All right, so you strike the creature right in the ooze. The bolt goes cleanly through it out the other end and then lands somewhere in the goo behind it.
I look at the branded one. I don't think we're getting that one back.
Sure, you're right. Oh, you meant
Anything
the
else?
bolt. I thought you meant Lux.
Anything else you wanted to do, Trebek?
I just take up a defensive because of fire one is there initial music. Yeah, I'm just taking up a defensive position, like taking a knee, ready for whatever the next attack is.
Okay. Vegnog, you're up. You and on deck, branded one in the hole.
Seeing this come into seeing Lux turn into this thing, Vegnog's going to, he was like outside of the vehicle, maybe 10 feet, and he's gonna be like, oh shit, and he's gonna like climb back in the vehicle and man the Bahir Fang and shoot it with the Bahir Fang.
Hopefully it's not like other oozes.
No metagaming.
I guess we'll find out. Yeah, this is me outside a game saying, "Oh shit!"
All right.
See, I think either way, it could be like other oozes. It could be that it picks up Lux's evasion. We could be screwed in many different ways.
Right.
Oh wait, that's wrong. That needs to add an additional 4.
Which just saves.
Because I was supposed to do the save. I did the check.
Yeah. So that would save.
Then let's see.
Actually, I just realized worst of both worlds would be it picks up Lux's evasion and is like an ooze and then fails. Because then it takes half damage on spell.
Does Lux have evasion?
She does.
The monk.
Lux and Vegnog both have evasion.
Oh. Peter, I don't think it's on your character sheet.
That was a big shock.
But yeah, so then she completely ducks out of the way of the Behir thing, the ooze reacting supernaturally quick and none of it being affected.
Sheet. Let's see. Let me see. So I'm going to use my bonus action to invoke insightful finding, unless I haven't seen, unless like it hasn't, unless because when we talked about it before, like they had to have like maybe they had to have an attack first. So to check to try to decipher their abilities, so I could try to develop a counter.
Can you post the ability in the chat?
Yeah, I'll do that. I should have done that at the beginning.
Yeah, I would say that you've been observing it long enough to be able to use that.
Okay, so I'm gonna make an insight check then.
Okay. And then let's see. Deception. Okay. Yeah. So you can apply it.
Cool. So yeah, I see the way it's kind of the way it moves through the ooze, kind of picking itself up and plopping it down. And I think Vegnog thinks that he can kind of guess how it's going to react next. And that'll be his turn.
Okay. And then Ewan is up. Brandon 1 on deck. Feed Lux in the hole.
I guess for this one, I will toss my boomerang a couple times. That's probably not going to hit.
No, that neither of them hit.
Okay. I'll just take bonus action, use a moxie, and brace up. Get some temporary hit points. Acquire 11.
So, Peter, you can go ahead and describe like how that happens.
Um, I would say like when Ewan throws his boomerang and it comes back to him, it seems to go really fast. Like he catches it, like he throws it, and it's almost like sped up in time. So he gets it back and can attack again.
Okay. So you can take one more attack if you want.
Okay, sure. Motherfucker. One of
Also
those
a miss.
sessions.
Anything else you want to do?
No, I moved a little bit. That's about it, though.
Look disapprovingly.
Yeah. Like it's flowing all around you, but it won't fucking hit you.
And then Peter, you also have another point. You get 3 per round.
Right.
So okay. So Brandon, what is up? Fiend Lux on deck, Trebek in the hole.
So there'd probably be a little glint in his eye because this is probably the first time he really could do something cleanly that involves just fire. Because normally people just run up, and so he doesn't really have much of an opportunity to just fireball things, and he really enjoys doing that so much. So he will yell, "For the flame!" and then quickened fireball.
Okay.
And take no damage.
Now, remind me, does evasion require a reaction?
No.
Oh,
Hey, these things happen.
yeah. So,
Disappointing for him as it is.
I finally get to do it. What the hell?
But at least that was only his bonus action.
Yeah.
So he will cast a cantrip as his regular action.
misses by 1.
Oh well. And then he will move. That is the wrong me. That is screen me. 1. Wait. Yeah, that's good enough. That's my turn.
All right. So the creature is going to, with the red eyes with Lux's eyes open and pools of just blood red, it's going to pass its gaze over each of you and then say,
None of you are worthy. But you, I can't help it. And then
it leaps through the air to land right beside Vegnog.
Vegnog always suspected that Lux had a thing for him.
Bagnog is in the vehicle, though.
Yeah, Vegnog's on top of the vehicle. He does have, for what it's worth, he has 1 cover, depending on where it lands.
Yeah, it has reach, so it can reach you, but you will still benefit from the cover. And just to, well, no, we'll keep you there. So first attack
move it here. Welcome to the slam. Yeah.
Wow. And you have to make a DC 15 Constitution save. Because you're a construct, you can do that with advantage.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I make it. So do I take the poison damage and the cold damage? Or is the save just protects against an after effect?
It just protects against the after effect.
Okay, so that's 30 or 22. Yikes.
Do you have resistance to poison?
No.
Warforged?
I do have resistance to poison actually. So yeah, that's true. So that'd be 15 damage.
Okay. So also make a Constitution save.
Another one?
Yeah. Do you want to use an action point?
Hold on, let me see if I have anything that would help here. Damn con saves. Why couldn't it have been a deck save? Yeah, I'm gonna use an action point.
Okay.
I don't know how well it's gonna do. Yeah, that's shit. So I will accept my stun.
Okay. So then another strike against you.
No. Confirmed critical 70 bludgeoning damage.
Wow. So that's probably gonna to render me below hit points because I only have 20. I only have 35 hit points total.
You'll be stunned and dispirited.
Worst case, you'll get stuck at 0 hit points and be dispirited.
Yeah.
That's, like surely like once he's stunned, he falls back down into the vehicle, right?
Well, we'll see. We'll see.
Out of harm's way.
I mean, hey,
yeah, we still have to roll the percentile dice to see what secondary horrible effect happens.
Well, we still have to confirm before even that. But but also, I mean, blame Lux's orc ability that savage attacker. She gets an extra die.
Just because Lux had it doesn't mean this demon should.
Take it over Lux. Makes perfect sense.
Lux could be stingy with these things.
I will just point out just to rub more salt in the wound. It has advantage on its attempt to confirm.
As the target is stunned. Oh shit.
Wow.
Please tell me your AC is not 15 and it's 16 or something.
No, it's 18.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. So
I like how everybody's got good AC but me.
So you take 35 damage. Oh, wait a minute. Actually, no, I calculated this wrong.
I mean,
it's
gonna whatever it is, it's gonna knock me into vitality.
Wait a minute.
So is it like
no, not necessarily. Not necessarily because it's
some of it's poison or
yeah, because it's saying bludgeoning. So this was done before an edit. So
it strikes with such force. The amount of ooze coming at you is bludgeoning you to death.
it strikes with such force that you choose a new DM. and everyone rolls new characters. Like the Arus universe and destroyer move.
all right, so it's 35 poison damage. So that would only be 17 damage for you.
All right.
And
no cold damage.
And 12 cold damage.
So it goes down to vitality, and then like no matter is it like a full stop or does it continue?
No, it doesn't bleed over.
Okay, so
So
that
once-
it'll just be I just lose all my hit points then, so I'll be in vitality now.
Okay, so now you are staggered.
Yeah.
And I see now that the Slimer reference was actually just foreshadowing.
Yeah,
Nice.
you have been slimed.
Oh, that's fun.
And then
So I imagine like Vegnog is just like totally knocked back, and like system overload.
You also have one more Constitution save to make against the Demon Ichor.
All right.
At disadvantage, though.
It's
Your head-
it's still an advantage because he's a construct.
Your heads-up display
Oh.
must be going wild.
But he's dispirited. It's my
Yeah. I wouldn't make it anyway.
Okay.
I mean, have another action point.
I'm gonna use my action point. I mean, these con saves, I have 0 modifier, so it's all luck.
Ooh.
There we go.
Okay. Good. I don't have to bring up the chart just yet, which I should have had up anyways.
I imagine at this point you just have like a generic body horror chart that's always up because you never know.
Roll a D1000 and pick your
Yeah.
pick your body order.
All right. So
Good idea.
it is then going to spend a Kai point to do patient defense and take the dodge action.
Nice.
All right. Trebek is up, Vagnag on deck, Ewan in the hole.
Hey. Not get to that thing. Okay, can I fire the crossbow again? Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I'll shoot another silver bolt at it. It's foul creature.
Okay, that's a hit.
And Vegnog gets 12 HP back.
Nice.
Anything else you doing, Peter?
No.
Sorry, what was that?
No.
Okay. Vegnog is up, Ewan on deck, the branded one in the hole.
Eggnog stunned.
Oh, that's right. Ewan is up.
Unless you have a way to break stun prematurely. I will sort of move down here a little bit. I think I got one more. And while I sort of circle around a little bit, I'll use a couple of moxie here to sort of watch this creature as it moves. Active, just sort of examining it, seeing the familiarity along, mixed in with the weird foreign, creature that has taken over. And then I will, I get to add my proficiency bonus to my AC against this thing. It's the only thing fighting us, so I'll take it. 19 on him. All right. And then I will then just throw that boomerang a couple more times.
Okay.
Look at that.
Okay.
You should just give that to me.
I'm not gonna, but
come on.
it is pretty sweet.
Oops.
I'll roll again, I guess. Oh, come on.
Well, it's still an advantage, right?
Well, you use patient defense.
Oh yeah, so it cancels out.
Yeah.
So, so then it is max damage, right? So what is that max damage?
It's a. Let's see here. The boomerang has a D8 and 2D4, so 16 plus my strength, which is a 4, so 20.
Okay. So
Second attack.
before you do that,
okay. Sure.
Well, no, not yet. But there is a this ability.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm not. Oh, thrown weapons. All right. Yeah, I see what you mean. Got it.
So it sticks.
You saying my crit doesn't just let it come back to me, get one more attack in?
You know what? I will allow that. I'll allow for the boomerang because of the thunder damage and because of the crit. I'll let it come back for this attack.
Right. But the second one sticks.
Well, we'll see.
Well, I already hit.
Oh, that's right. So, so
D10 plus 14. The fuck? Well, then it deflects it.
So
on a 1,
16.
I did 15 damage. So.
Oh. So it's also going to spend a Kai point and throw it back to you.
I appreciate it.
I didn't realize Lux actually could solo all of us, but apparently.
Right. Yeah, what the hell were you doing against Haruman? What the?
Lux is lethal in the right hands. I just don't. Just talking to the wrong person here.
So
No, it's the stickiness. That's a miss.
Yeah, but it comes back.
So I can grab it. Can I catch it then? My boomerang, damn it.
I'll let you try make an attack roll.
Like an unarmed one, I assume.
Yeah. Yeah, that's good enough to catch it. So you guys just played a little game of catch just then. And then anything else you doing?
No, I moved bonus actions attack, so
Okay. It is going to use what is it gonna do? No, it's not going to do anything. All right. The branded one is up. Fiend Lux on deck. Trebek in the hole.
So the branded one, from where he is. Oops, I don't want to do that. So I can't get rid of that little drawing.
Let me see.
But I am casting a 60-foot wall of fire around our 15-foot by 15-foot vehicle.
get
Facing
inside.
outward.
There's AC in there.
Okay.
So it's 20 feet high. Might be able to go over it to still get at Vegnog. But right now it's on the outside of it and the heat is flowing out towards it.
Okay, so it's got to make a save then.
Let me check, actually. I'm not sure if it has to make it on its turn or mine. Let's see.
Mm.
I think it's on its turn. Well, if it were within the area, it would have to make the turn now, the save now. But I really wanted to envelop to block it so that it wouldn't have to, it would have to move through it to get to him.
I would say because of like the creature, because it's basically reaching over the vehicle to be striking at Vegnog. It's close enough that it would effectively be in the wall of fire.
Okay. So it has to make a dexterity save. Which it made. So it does not take 20 damage. I'll put the spell up so we can see it. So we'll have to keep making saves as long as it's ending its turn within 10 feet of the wall.
Okay.
That's my turn.
Anything? Okay.
So is that wall between Vegnog and this creature?
Yes.
Nice.
Okay. Then the creature is going to leap to the branded one. And then begin striking at the branded one. So let's see if the recharge comes back first. Nope. So first attack.
I'm going to use my reaction to cast shield.
Okay. Second attack. Miss. And then it's going to use a Kai point to do flurry of blows. So second attack. Oh, that's the wrong one.
That's a miss.
Third attack.
That's a miss.
Okay. And that's its turn. Trebek is up. Fegnag on deck. Ewan in the hole.
Okay. Well. Beck's gonna run up, smack this thing with Heaven's Fall. Is it fiend or undead? Yes. Or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And then another D6.
Well, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
No. Okay.
Because it's sticky. So
Still takes that radiant damage, right?
oh, it's still going to take the damage, but you still have to do an athletics check.
That's the 6. Athletics check. Oh boy.
What's the 6 for?
That
The
says when you
5,
hit a
the additional radiant damage.
fiend or
Okay.
undead with the magic weapon, takes an extra D6.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, I'm gonna have to use an action point and try to get that thing back.
Okay. All right. You want to do another attack? Because you have 2 attacks, right? With Trebek?
I have no idea.
Or is
Yeah,
Trebek
the
only have
top of
one?
the actions should say multi-attack.
I don't think so. I don't know. I could be wrong.
As I don't think retainers get a second attack right away.
Oh, okay.
So let me look at it.
Yeah, it doesn't say he has to.
Yeah, it's just a 1 attack.
Let's see here. So I'm gonna I'm gonna grant the branded one additional action for 2, and then for 1, I'm gonna give Trebek a D4.
Okay.
He is wearing Solomon's armor, so.
Okay. Vegnag is up. Ewan on deck. Branded 1 in the hole.
Vegnog is going to So I don't feel any of the heat because the heat is facing the other side.
Right.
I'm going to. What does? Let's see. So
So
I'm gonna use
you,
my bonus action. So what I want to understand is like I looked at the opponent's tactics, but what I want to understand is if it has weaknesses in a sense of like, does Vegnog know like for one what this creature might be, and two if he knows like any known weaknesses for it. I was thinking of using as a bonus action with Eye for Detail.
so one thing before any of that, you're within this wall of fire and it's opaque, so you can't see through it.
Oh, it is?
Yes.
Okay. Well, Vegnog would still. Oh, okay. So like he wouldn't be able to see. But it's not solid.
It's not solid, but you would be shooting blind if you tried to make an attack.
Yeah.
And you also were stunned. So while you were seeing everything that was going on, but still,
Right.
you're a bit addled by that last attack.
Well, I think Vegnog at that case is going to addled and blindly get on top of the acid spitter and just like spray into the wall of fire. Hoping that it hits the creature. The acid bile spray, that's what it's called.
Tony, make me a dexterity save with advantage.
This is not what I wanted to use my action point on, by the way. Action point. What's the okay, cool.
Okay.
See if you confirm. You could knock it right back into his face.
Oh, I do have advantage.
But you have advantage on dexterity saves?
You said with advantage.
Oh yeah, that's right. Okay, so you managed to avoid the acid spray. So what from your perspective, you see this wall of fire, you can't see the vehicle behind it. And then all of a sudden there's this giant rain of acid coming from within the fire, spraying wildly. You're able to get out of the way without any harm, but obviously Vegnog is shooting blind.
Yeah. Just, careful.
Anything else you want to do, Vegnog?
No, that's it.
Okay. Ewan, you're up. Branded one on deck. Fiend Lux in the hole.
I know one thing. I'd like for this guy to stop fucking running away from me. Just run towards him. And then I guess I don't know if I've like properly seen the actual stickiness yet, since it sort of just caught it and then threw it back at me.
You would have seen Trebek struggle to pull the Heaven's Fall away.
That's true. In which case, I would then let me confirm the activation of this thing. Yeah, so I already put on the thunder like before, so I guess I'm gonna throw it, and this time if I hit, I'm gonna make it do a con save to be stunned. So
Okay.
Tossing, missing, tossing again. That's better. I have advantage, but yeah.
Yeah. So it's gonna use its reaction to reduce that damage.
I mean, it was 14 plus, so.
Yeah. So since it didn't take the damage, it's not gonna be able to be affected by the stun.
I mean, it's only if I hit that I activate it, so.
Yeah. So yeah, but this time it doesn't try to throw it back, it just sticks.
And then I will use I'll go ahead and do it. I'm going to use a bonus action to command Trebek, hit that son of a bitch. And you can use a reaction to move and swing. You don't need to move necessarily unless you want to sort of flank or something like that. But and then if you hit, you get to add a d6 to the damage. Another d6.
Okay.
This is supposed to be for Vegnog so that he can get extra crit or extra sneak attacks. But Vegnog can't see.
All right, so Trebek, you want to do your attack?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize I could attack this. Okay.
Yeah, I'm letting you use your reaction to attack him.
Gotcha. Okay. No, I'm tracking. All right. Looks like I'll bust out Heaven's Fall in.
Nice.
So it's what, an extra 2d6 now?
Yeah, one d6 is irradiant, and the other d6 is, I don't know what, extra damage.
So
Yeah.
1 and 1.
Oh my god!
Oh, look at that. Big money.
Amazing.
Let's see. Athletics check, right?
Yep. You gave Trebek an additional D4, right?
Yeah, I did. I might need to use it. Ones continue. Oops.
What did you do to piss off the random number generator tonight?
Right.
So essentially what happened is Ewan threw the boomerang, missing, threw it again. The creature just caught it and absorbed it into its body. And then Ewan shouted, "Go, Trebek, take the opening." And then Trebek went and struck with Heaven's Fall solidly into the creature, but then Heaven's Fall became stuck and Trebek can't pull it back out. Now, so Trebek, you are either grappled or you can choose to let go of Heaven's Fall.
The hell with that, dude. That's a great weapon. It's stuck in him now. Now's when you use that that one spell out of it.
Yeah.
Dodge that motherfucker.
Yeah, I guess I'm grappled.
Okay. Anything else you doing, Ewan?
No, I don't think so. I mean, I don't think I can do anything specifically helpful right this second. So hopefully I'm just distracting enough that he stops attacking that squishy caster back there.
Yeah, he's going to use one of his legendary actions to make another attack against the branded one.
I did not have legendary actions, so don't be saying
Right.
I wasn't using them.
Still a miss. Shield is still up.
Okay. And then branded one, you're up. Monster on deck, Trebek in the hole.
So Peter said he was using some sort of thing to give me an extra action.
Yes.
So is that only an action or could I use it for a bonus action instead? Not sure what ability he's using.
It's limited to one attack, one use of a cantrip, or the dash action.
Okay. Okay, so I think I know what I'm going to do. I am going to disengage first. I've got this free thing I can use. And then I'll use my move action. One, two. I think so. At least actually I forgot to measure the distance. Okay. So how tall is our vehicle? I'm trying to figure out how far do I? Oh, that's true. I just figured out a whole problem with my plan. Okay, I'm gonna take the simpler action of I will first, as my special secret bonus action, I will cast Blessed Flare.
Is that an attack roll?
Yes.
Okay. All right.
Then I think there's a bonus action. I will move around the creature. But not letting me do that, I don't know. To here. And I will, as bonus action, use Armor of Faith on Trebek, or Armor of Flame. So you are wreathed in silver flame, and you gain temporary hit points equal to 13 temporary hit points. That's my bonus action, and now I have my regular action. So don't want to do that one. I will cast Scorching Ray at it. Ineffectively.
All three miss.
That's my turn.
All right. It's going to use another legendary action to make an additional attack at you, branded one. Missing.
That is a regular miss. My shield fell at the end of my turn.
And then it is going to attempt to make more attacks at you, branded one. And it says,
I feel the holy energy radiating off of you. I will feast on your flesh.
and then begins its attacks. So first attack. Oof.
Uh-oh.
Oh.
That's a miss.
All right. Go ahead and roll D100.
You were saying? $61. All right. Fiend Lux is stunned until the end of its turn. Until the end of
So-
its turn? That's not very useful.
Oh.
I mean, it loses, I guess, the rest of its turn.
Oh, it is stunned until the end of their next turn.
Oh, it's next turn. Okay. That's much
Okay.
better.
So yeah, as it struck at you, cursing, holy energy radiated off of you, coursing through it, defiance of its proclamation. And before we go on from its turn, now we turn back to Lux in her mind. Lux, go ahead and make me another investigation, insight, or perception check.
I would just like to add there, and you can tell me no, but I would like to think that as that happened, like briefly, if you were looking closely, you could see like the insubstantial form of Solomon standing between the branded one and this creature. And
Yeah,
you
I
could
would
hear a
say we can do
faint
that.
mother on the wind.
Okay.
I got all
So-
the insights now.
So Lux, the entire illusion fades all around you, and now instead of being in this peaceful field with Jofar and Solomon by your side, you're now in a massive pit of ooze, and standing before you is a creature of inky blackness, its form, doing my favorite word, undulating with tendrils and limbs weaving in and out of each other, and two red orbs piercing through where you assume its face must be, and it says wait a minute.
So, Lux, the illusion has dropped, but that doesn't mean things have to end. I am still offering you so much. Tell me, what is it that you wish for?
For you to be gone.
Oh, well, I am not so easily dispelled. But come on, surely there is something that your heart desires. Perhaps your son, Solomon, to be returned to life, his head once more upon his body.
Yes, but in what form would he be?
He would be restored exactly as he was prior to his decapitation at the hands of the shadow of death. Perhaps that is more where your heart desires. We could go and destroy the legions of Bujakidakide. He would be no more, and we would rule his lands in his stead and make those around us quiver in fear.
Yes. Can you bring this shadow of death to me?
Yes. Yes, I can.
I'll kill him myself.
You shall have your revenge, and I shall be the instrument of your desires. All I need from you is to just say yes. And before you
and before you have a chance to respond, we will continue. And Trebek is now up.
So I'm stuck to this thing. It can't grapple me technically because it's stunned, right? But I'm still stuck to it.
It's sticky skin, so it's a
Stuck
property
on-
of the creature.
Okay. And I have advantage with attack rolls, right?
You do, but you can't attack with Heaven's Fall while it's stuck to its skin.
Can I use guiding bolt?
I don't see why not.
I'll allow it.
Got to be a disadvantage to having the thing that shoots bullets right stuck to your body.
Oh no.
Disadvantage. Although it's also a ranged attack.
But does it? I mean, is it something that comes from the weapon itself, or does it come from the sky?
Comes from
No, it comes from the weapon. I'm gonna say that it,
Okay.
because of the circumstances, it can't really miss.
It's kind of
But-
circumstances I like.
But I'm also going to say that it's not able to be fully effective because there are some. No, why would it not be fully effective? Fuck that. So yeah, you go ahead and describe what it looks like as you unleash this ability of Heaven's Fall.
So I while I'm like stuck to it, and I've got the silver flame coursing over Solomon's armor, and I grab onto the Heaven's Fall with both hands and call on the silver flame, and that thing, and like blue flame, more like blue electricity, like shoots right through this thing. It undulates, and some of the black ichor goes flying off of it.
As that happens, the creature instinctively reacts and places Lux fully in the blast of Heaven's Fall. But I will say that the blast is also, as you described, some of it knocks the ichor away enough for you to reclaim Heaven's Fall to be unstuck.
Okay. What's Fegnock doing?
We're about to find out. It's Fegnog's turn,
Okay.
unless you have something else that Trebek is doing.
No, no, I'm going to get. I'm going to grant 1d4 bonus to attacker skill to Ewan, and then one additional action to the branded one.
Okay. Vegnog is up. Ewan on deck. Branded one in the hole.
So how far does the wall? Where at what point on the map is the wall coming out to? Is like
it's
I just kind of
yeah, it's 1 foot thick. So but it basically is just in a square around the vehicle.
okay. So it's like completely enveloping the
Right.
vehicle. Okay.
This would be a good time to go for all those healing potions we have stored on the vehicle.
Yeah. Actually, that's since Vegnog was gonna so it wasn't the. I was trying to see what my options were, but I do have a healing potion on hand, so I'm just gonna down that.
Okay.
Next time we go to the Wandering Emporium, we should just get like a water cooler for the vehicle and fill it with healing potions.
14 hit points back.
Okay. Anything else you're doing?
Do you count? Do you rule healing potions as bonus actions or regular actions?
Object interaction.
Object interaction. I'm gonna use my bonus action to hide, and I'm going to duck into the vehicle with like the hatch open.
Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
All right. Ewan is up. Branded one on deck. Fiend Lux in the hole.
Not much other recourse do I have but to fucking oh no, I take that. I forgot I do have a thing. I am gonna pull out that branding iron and run at it and touch it. I forgot if there's like a attack roll or something like that involved.
There is.
I'm gonna find. Is this just gonna be strength and proficiency, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
Then, and there's no other pluses on it. I don't know what what else it might be considered.
Well, what is it called again?
I'm trying to find it here.
Is it the silver branding iron?
That's the one.
So it's an action to cause it to glow. So you won't be able to do it this turn. You'd have to do it next turn. Unless you have, oh, wait a minute.
Do you have an action point? Because
Yeah.
then you could take an extra action this turn.
Yeah, I do. I might just use that, I guess. It's that, or I wait and use it on my next turn so I could save that action point in case I fuck up my athletics check. because I had to use one for the acid vial sprayer that Vagnog almost hit me with.
To
Oh.
be fair, he couldn't see what was going on.
Yeah, I don't know. So I sort of like, I pull it off my belt and speak the word, but I'm like sort of keeping it behind me a little bit as I approach this guy. And I guess I'll wait.
Okay.
Bonus action. Does Trebek have his weapon back?
Yes.
Get him!
Yeah. Get him, Ray. All right, it's Heaven's Fall one more time.
So you can move and then
Boom
attack.
now.
I don't know.
Well, I guess technically it's still stunned, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So it
Okay.
hits.
Okay.
Oh, well, then it would have failed that check. Presumably. I don't know.
Got another D5 damage. And then I got to make. So do I get advantage? I guess I get advantage on the athletics check.
No.
No? Just
No.
oh, because it's not
it's a property of the skin. It has
Gotcha,
nothing to
okay.
do with the.
oh yeah.
But you managed to pull it away.
All right.
Would it being stunned make a difference? Like, wouldn't that for my athletics check that I have to do to brand it?
I mean, it could have.
I forgot that I was even fucking stunned.
I mean, stun technically only affects saving throws. I probably would have it also affect acrobatics checks, but not completely fail. Like I might give you advantage or it advantage or disadvantage.
Hmm. It's fine. I'll just wait.
Okay. All right. Brandon, what is up? Fiend Lux on deck. Trebek in the hole.
So I am going to again scream out in the name of the flame, and then I'm going to quicken cast Scorching Ray.
Okay, all three hit.
Then I'm going to use as my regular normal action a cantrip. Then I'm going to use the extra action that Trebek just gave me to cast a cantrip again.
Somebody. Oh, Trebek needs to roll an extra D6 from my superiority die for hitting.
Oh, okay. Some more damage.
All right.
That's my turn.
So you just sent a whole barrage of fireballs of flame, red and silver flame at the creature, pelting it and causing sizzles into the ooze with each one, but some of them peppering Lux's flesh directly and causing vicious burns upon her skin. Anything else you're doing?
Nope.
Fiend Lux is up, but she can't act right now. And so Trebek is up.
Let's see here. We will press the attack. Ugh. Even
That's
with
a miss.
advantage. Even with advantage, a friggin' miss.
Well, it's not advantage anymore.
Oh, okay. You're right. Yep. Stuck to it again.
Oh no, you missed. So it
Oh,
doesn't
oh,
get stuck.
okay. Okay.
Anything else?
No, that's all I'm gonna do.
Okay. Vegnog.
Well, Vegnog is going to load his crossbow and ready in action to fire it when or if the wall around the firewall dissipates.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know if you would know how long that's going to take, but a while, unless you tell me you want me to drop it. I think I'm saving your life.
Vegnog wouldn't.
I mean, you could drive the vehicle through it as long as you don't end within 10 feet of the wall. You'll be fine.
Well, I'm just thinking what Vegnog would do.
Right.
Like Vegnog might not. He probably wouldn't. He probably hasn't seen Branded One use this before.
No, he definitely hasn't.
And I'm not sure if he would have knowledge of this particular spell to know its effects.
That's fair.
Okay. So after that, the Fiend Lux is going to use a legendary action to what is she going to do? She's going to attack Ewan.
That hits.
And make a Constitution save.
Let me see here. I gotta take my damage right quick. So I had 11 temporary. So I'll take 6 damage off my main. All right. Constitute or con save. All right.
Yeah.
What the fuck? This is bullshit.
Do you want to use your action point?
Fuck it. No, I'm just gonna take it.
Okay.
I have more important things to do with that fucking action point. God damn it.
So the demon ichor seeps into your flesh and you can feel it begin. You can see it spidering into your skin, veining around your arm.
His one arm, his good arm.
Well, so it actually probably hit like along like your shoulder right here, struck you there, but then it's like spidering all up and down, and the skin around your arm does become brittle and cracks, and it becomes very painful, and so you now have a
Let me
You know what?
give you the bottom line up front. We're about to level up. So just gonna say
you,
right
you,
now.
you know what? Do you know what? Do you know what Harlequin babies are?
No.
Well, the skin of your arm essentially looks like the skin of a Harlequin baby. It's very painful. So now you have a minus 1d4 on attack rolls until you can get that addressed.
Well, I can't just like save afterwards.
What do you mean?
That's
I mean, you're gonna get a a new saving throw at the end of the next few days to see how long this lasts.
Next few days.
Um. Also.
On good faith, I said, you know what? I'll let it happen.
Yes, that's where that was your first mistake.
Also, make me another con save.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Action point.
Okay.
Yikes.
And you're up.
All right. I'm still like, I still got my scrap like a sleuth going. So like I have advantage on like attack rolls and shit. Does it say anything else? Any other fucking abilities? Whatever. I'm gonna try and brand this motherfucker.
Okay.
Nice.
I mean, it's Lux, so she's probably got decent. Okay, cool.
All right. So you brand it.
Yep. Generally speaking, bad things happen to those being branded by this thing. So
So it loses all of its resistances and immunities.
mhm. I guess I couldn't tell if it even had any. Okay. This thing still has my fucking boomerang, so.
Also make me an athletics check.
I just did.
Yeah, another one to see if you get it back. You do. You get it back.
Seeing as I don't want to fucking punch it apparently either, so I'm just gonna fucking hit it with the
Branding
like I branded it and then I'm just gonna pull it flag. Just fucking whip it across its face. Whatever kind of face might be, pointed at me.
Lux's face. Lux's face is the one.
That's not
pointed
Lux's
at you.
face. That's not real. That's not Lux's face.
Okay.
As far as I'm concerned, that's not Lux's face. And then okay, so I guess this is just an improvised weapon. All right, here we go.
Okay. Now make another or athletics check. Okay.
Let's Moxie. Oh, fucking I can't give him the old one too. I'd like to hit it some more. I'd like that known. Well, what did you say I have minus D4 on what?
Oh, attack rolls.
Okay.
So,
I mean, I still hit a 20
yeah.
on a max of,
Yeah.
on the D4. So,
Yeah.
Yeah. So then, God damn it, man. I don't know if I can, if I feel like if I keep hitting it, it's just going to get worse. I mean, you know what? There's only one way to find out, right? So I'm going to use a Moxie. I'm going to give him the old 1-2.
Bro, roll the D4 for that first one.
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah, so they both miss.
Sure.
Anything
Alrighty.
else?
Nope.
Okay. As its legendary action, it's gonna recharge 2 Kai points.
Lux can't do that.
All right. Brandon, what is up? Fiend, Lux on deck, Trebek in the hole.
Let's see. I don't have anything especially clever to do. So how do you rule on spending action points to get spell slots back?
Oh, there's actually, I think there's, it's in the rules. Let's see, action points. You can use an action point to regain 1 spell slot you can cast up to 5th level.
Okay.
Or, and this applies to you, and you can use an action point to regain 4 moxie points if you ever need to.
That's good to know.
But you can't ever regain more than your normal.
I have 5 moxie.
Okay, so this is more or less a Hail Mary. But I'm going to use my action to cast Suggestion. And I'm going to suggest that this creature release Lux and go to the far side of the pool because one of the warlords is here to kill it.
So normally this would just be an automatic no, but since it is now been branded, it is no longer immune to charm effects.
That was my hope.
It still has magic resistance though. So it is a wisdom save.
Yep. Oh well.
What is part of trying?
You use those cheap parlor tricks on me, sorcerer.
That is my turn.
Okay. So now let's see if it gets its ability back. I haven't been rolling for it, but it's all right. It does not. So it's gonna make an attack against the branded one.
That is a miss.
It's gonna make a second attack against the branded one.
That would have been a hit, but it hits my shield. At the
Okay.
very least, I hope I'm frustrating the fuck out of him.
Yes, you are.
Because I've not been hit yet. He keeps trying.
He is then going to use Flurry of Blows. And send 2 attacks at Ewan's way. First attempt. Why couldn't he do that against the branded one?
Because it's the
Yeah.
branded one.
Why the fuck not?
So make a Constitution save.
Yeah, hold on. Let me take this damage here. 16. You can't hit me again, man. I have 69 health.
It's perfect.
Con save?
Yeah.
Whatever. I mean,
Okay.
what's the
So-
point at this point?
So now your attack rolls are 1d4 minus 1d4 minus or 1 plus 1
Okay.
as the scaling on your arm worsens.
Sure.
And make another con save.
Um, just checking. Okay. All right. Con save.
Okay. And then
Those are things I'm capable of.
another.
That misses.
Okay. And then that's its turn. All right, Trebek is up, Vegnog on deck, Ewan in the hole.
Heavens followed it. Oh, oof. Not good.
Anything else?
Let's see here. I'm going to give Ewan the additional action and the branded one D4 on an attacker skill check.
Okay. Vegnog is up, Ewan on deck, or well, actually before that happens, he's going to use his legendary action to make another attack on Ewan. So
Sure.
make another con save.
I said you can't hit me, man. You fucked up the life total. Fucking 21. Jesus Christ. Con save. What? Why can't I make this one?
That's
Secretly,
ridiculous.
you want the symbiote.
This isn't symbioting me properly. I'm going to use a reaction to what is it? Where is it at? It just gets me. It's my bloodied but unbowed. It gets me some temporary hit points and my moxie back.
Okay. As far as the demon ichor, it spreads further across your body. Now your entire body is scaled, and you lose your speed is reduced by 10 feet.
Sure.
And make another con save.
You'll never fucking stun me, goddammit.
Just like apparently I'll never fucking hit the branded one. All right. Oh wait, sorry. Vegnog, you're up. then you and on deck, branded one in the hole.
So yeah, Vegnog is gonna reach down into the cooler and grab himself another beer.
Vegnog needs to dry that fucking thing through that fire. Come over here and do something. I've seen a pattern, right? Anytime we're getting our ass kicked, it's because somebody is way off somewhere else, not participating in the fight.
That may be about to change when we get to my turn.
Hey, hold on a sec.
Look what happened to Solomon, because I was driving.
Nope. Vegnog is being patient and waiting until the opportune moment strikes.
When he can't get us down to fighting anymore, that's when he'll leap into action. I imagine the wall is actually reasonably loud. You might not be able to hear us hitting ooze from this far away.
Yeah.
All right. Ewan is up. Brandon one on deck. Bucks in the hole.
Is my boomerang happen to be like sticking out?
You can grab it. It's an action.
Of course, this. Yeah, I'll grab it. I gotta make some athletics check.
Yep.
All right, cool.
Roll it again. Okay.
A second Dr. Sheev incident would be great.
I'll just fucking hit it, I guess. I was gonna like dual wield this fucking branding iron and bunch of fuck it, but I guess I'll just hit with the branding iron again. Or I guess it's the whole. Yeah, I got an extra action. Yeah. Do I get only one attack or?
I
miss it.
Sorry, say it again.
Oh wait, that's the wrong thing.
You got an extra action from
the extra action that I was given.
Yeah, it's a attack or cantrip or dash action.
Hit the wrong thing. Oh, I'm not gonna. This is not the time for the luminous tubes, which is a cantrip, but
well, that's too bad.
Luminous tubes. It's one weakness, and he won't use it.
Yeah, that
was. All right, so that hits. Give me an athletics check.
Or does it? Because I have to minimum -2.
Oh yeah. So no, it misses.
Yeah, well, that's totally fine.
All right. So it's gonna use its. Let's see, it did 1 and 2. So it's gonna use its last legendary action to attempt to strike the branded one.
Oh, it hit.
And to make a con save.
I'll use an action point.
Yeah,
Still have two.
you do. Didn't I give you a D4? No,
Oh,
it's
you're
attack
right.
roll or skill check. Okay, sorry. Not a save.
Action point. Oh no.
Do you have another
I
action
do.
point you want to
I,
use?
I do.
But no, wait, do you have a bonus one or
I do have a bonus one. Did I use one
Okay.
before? Yeah.
you
Forgetting.
just want to get a spell slot back, I think you said.
Oh no. I was.
Oh,
I may do that. That is my second Hail Mary.
okay.
But I was just asking at that point what the rule was. So that's good because I thought I had that one in reserve, but I do also have a bonus one. You know what? I'm going to use my second one.
Okay, that makes it.
And now it's going to
But-
stun me.
Yeah, now it's gonna try and stun you. Okay, so it's not able to stun you.
So I forgot to take the damage. 20.
And then you have to make a concentration, right?
Yeah, I should. I mean, I was actually just about to drop the spell anyway, but no, still there.
You could just drop it.
Right, I am just going to drop it. But now that it's my turn, the sequence in my head was that I guess I'll just keep to is first I back up a bit, go there, and then I go there. Minimize my character sheet. Then I am going to thunder step away. Whatever pops up. I clicked it. All right, let's do that again. Level 3. Okay, not letting me do it automatically for some reason. So it has to make a con save, or it takes 3d10 damage is basically it. That made it, so it doesn't. Does it take half damage? I don't remember. Half as much. So it takes 10 thunder damage, and then I teleport myself way over here, where I drop my wall of flame, and then I run into the vehicle so I could start driving it, and that's my turn.
Oh, you're gonna drink beer with Vegnog.
The big question for you guys is, am I driving at the creature or just away?
So you drop the wall of fire.
Yep.
Whoops.
But I don't destroy the whole vehicle. Disintegrate.
Wait, where'd it go?
So Vegnog, you see the wall of flame just vanish as you see me run underneath you and front and side.
Yeah, you would have to like run like right past Vegna because he's like sitting with his crossbow. So he'd get out of your way as you come down.
Well, I assume you're on the roof. Like I'm running at ground level to get through the door and inside.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Gotcha.
Take the shot.
Do you
I hope you took the time to heal up.
I am ready. I am fully operational. Are you look injured?
Yes, I was hit. Not as badly as Ewan, however, and not as badly as I think I've damaged Lux.
Can Vegnog see like Ewan's scaly skin from here?
Yeah, it looks really painful.
He looks terrible. Best get over there quickly.
Okay. Is there anything else with that?
No, I don't assume I can like start the vehicle and start driving this turn. That would have been most of my 30 feet. Maybe I got like 5 feet left.
Okay. So
Oops, wrong thing.
You all keep fighting me, but all you do is destroy the body of your friend. I am eternal, and I will devour you.
and then it launches into an attack against Ewan. First attack.
Miss.
Second.
Hit.
And then bonus action attack. Oh, and a con save.
Yeah.
Hey,
Finally did it.
probability is working normally again.
Is this one also against me?
Yeah.
That one still hits.
So is Ewan too far to be adjacent ally, or technically?
I'd give it to you.
Okay. Trebek would do his fight me knave reaction to take the hit.
Okay. So Trebek takes the hit and has to
Yep.
make the con save.
It's not very good.
So 13 of that would have been absorbed by the temporary hit points.
Oh, okay. Thank you for reminding me.
Silver flame goes out.
Okay. So Trebek's hair begins to wither as similar veins of black ichor begin seeping into his skin. And his hair it becomes just like wispy. He looks like he's aged like 20 years, and one of his eyes actually begins to melt out of his skull. It's quite painful.
Yeah, I mean, dry melting, I think might be. Yeah.
Seems
Oh,
uncalled
I
for.
forgot.
I know.
Oh, and he gets his special ability back.
But I get an attack, don't I? Then it may make a signature attack against the enemy attacker.
Yes,
What the hell is a signature attack? Just a regular attack?
just the attack with a weapon.
Okay.
So you're saying he attacked Trebek?
Trebek interposed himself. I would not say that your sentinel applies for that.
That's bullshit.
Heavens fall.
I ain't done shit this whole goddamn fight.
Yeah, what up with that? So extra 3 damage, and I got to make another save. No, I got to make a athletics check. Okay.
Okay. So with that, the fiend Lux begins to undulate and get bigger, and it begins, some of the ooze from the pit begins crawling along the ground and absorbing into her, making her even larger, and you can hear it screaming, "I will not be destroyed." So yeah, it seems like it's things are getting worse.
For who?
Like the situation is worsening for you guys. So
Shame, because it was looking so good before.
I
Right.
know. It was bangers.
Really liking our chances originally.
Yep.
so now we're gonna get back to in Lux's head. So while this is all going on, Lux, you're faintly aware of everything, but you're still being tempted by the demon.
Yeah, I was distracted there for a bit, thinking that he was going to bring me the death dealer, but he didn't do that.
Well, not right away, but before you answer, because you had previously, he had asked if he had said all you need to do is say yes, and you would fulfill your desires. But before you can say that, you hear like a train coming from the distance, a sound that gets louder and louder. And as finally it gets to a point where you can actually understand the sound, "Mother!" And suddenly, superhero landing, Solomon rises up next to Lux, wreathed in silver flame. And Solomon, you're very aware of the situation and what's going on.
So is there like time? Are we outside technically of normal time? Or is everything I say taking up real time where everybody is dying outside?
It's it's parallel. Like like the things, it's not like 1-to-1. It's fluid, but yeah, while this conversation is going on, the fiend outside is attempting to destroy everything.
So since I'm aware of it all, I would say to Lux, Mother, a spark of who I am has survived the attempt to draw my soul into the mass of evil that Belshazzar is creating in the north, in the cathedral. Right now, this demon that has possessed you, that is trapping you here, is using all of your might to destroy our friends. You need to resist him. You need to find a way to kick him out, to struggle against him internally so that he cannot use you against them.
Fucking please.
Go away. You are not wanted here. You are not a part of this.
I will help you if I can. I am not sure why I have been kept intact and whole in spirit. Things are very different now that I am dead, and I understand more than I ever did. I don't know how to help you here, but if you can resist it, I promise you, the spark of my soul will be here to aid you before the end. Fight, fight, mother.
No, she is mine. And
Wish I could just push a button and it would do that. And the ooze then in this dream as well begins wrapping around Lux. And so Solomon, while this is happening, what do you can physically, like, even though this is in Lux's mind, you can do things physically to this creature just as it is wrapping itself around Lux and trying to envelop her, similar to how it is outside. So what do you want to do in response?
So it's still basically an ooze though, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, not knowing what more to do, I would like reach in and try to wrench Lux out of it as it's trying to wrap itself around. Like, even if that means putting myself in the mass of the creature.
Mm-hmm. Do you still have access to Solomon's sheet?
Probably do. Yep.
Okay.
Oh,
So
I have access to his bio, but it actually took away his character sheet.
well, let me fix that. All right, you should have access now.
Yep. What would you like me to do?
So do you want to use a spell, or did you want to like make some attack, or do you want to use like one of Solomon's abilities?
That's a good question. Oh, there you go. If I can use a spell, and if Solomon has spell slots, then I have freedom of movement as a domain spell. I'll cast that on Lux.
No protection from evil and good, huh?
I actually probably do have that. Let's see. Yeah, I also have that.
Both viable
Oh.
options, I feel.
But
So-
protection from evil and good usually works like before you're possessed.
Right.
I don't know if
Well,
it works
yeah.
while you're possessed.
Yeah.
Others the one that casts things out. I forget.
Turn undead.
So freedom of movement requires a touch, right?
Yes, it does.
Okay. So because this thing is enveloping Lux, it's making it very difficult. You can't just touch her. You'll need to make an attack roll.
Okay. So this is strength, I assume.
I'll let you do it as a spell attack. So wisdom.
And do I get my proficiency bonus?
Yeah. Wait, did it roll it?
I rolled under the branded one because that's the name I have now. But I see. You know what? I've talked to myself on because I was trying to fix the spell. I was trying to fix Thunderstep. So I will do it again.
Okay. So you are able to touch Lux, and it appears as if she is suddenly bathed in silver light, and the creature attempts to grab onto her, but falls away like Teflon with each time. And so, Lux, what do you do in response to that?
Do I still have the I like shocked. Do I look into search to my stuff? Do I still have the skull?
Yeah.
And I look over at Solomon and I look at the skull and I don't know who to talk to. And I'm like, I'm sorry I failed you. And I raise the skull over my head and I leap forth and attack this thing.
Okay. And what does it look like when you attack it?
I just bound in the air and it's like, it's all rage.
So just savagely like striking at the thing. Are you using the skull as a weapon?
Yes, as an improvised weapon.
Okay. Go ahead and make your attacks.
Brian learned from me.
What's what kind of
Just use your unarmed strike.
I think skulls are monk weapons.
Okay. So you bash it again and again, and the creature cries out in pain. It's the first time you can hear it actually in pain. You realize that because each of you have become aware of what's going on outside, and during this entire time, not once has the creature uttered any indication of discomfort. And then it says, it goes, "No, I will not be denied." And then it, like, tendrils fly into Lux's face and begin pouring down her throat, into her eyes, her ears, her nose. And Lux, you can feel it not just drowning you, but you can feel it almost burning you out from the inside. And then we switch to outside.
Sounds like Dr. Sheev.
And yeah, not too far off, I suppose. Except one is a physical and one's more of a mental. So the creature outside enlarges. And then
Yeah, so what are you trying to say?
Enlarges.
He's had his turn. God damn it.
It enters its ultimate form. And it's Quebec's turn.
Fuck out of here. I won't survive this, guys, just so you know.
To level 9 we go.
Maybe 10. You
Yes.
might even make it that
Yeah,
either.
look at Luck's going too. I
Hey,
mean,
talk about it. I got Trebek here. Maybe he'll make it. Trebek steps forward. I guess it's daily double time. Oh.
It's a miss.
Uh-oh. All right.
he needs an extra attack.
Well, yeah. He is well balanced to be like a sidekick to the party rather than Peter's character for the session.
Ewan gets a 1d4 bonus to his saving throw. Might be too little too late at this point, but you know. And
Oh, that could have been handy earlier for sure.
okay.
Definitely. Multiple times I was like, one off.
And I'll give Vagnog the D4 bonus to one attack or skill check.
Okay. Vegnog.
So Vegnog. So imagine the blind the branded one is getting the car going or the vehicle going, but Vegnog is sitting on top, and he breathes in deep and uses his bonus action to prepare an aim with a silver bullet or a silver bolt, and is going to strike this large creature. And I get sneak attack damage.
Just
All right, that's a hit.
I can just see the creature getting bigger and bigger, and Vagnog's like, hold my beer.
As you loose your bolt, it looks like it's going to hit the creature, and suddenly it moves Lux's body in the way to be pierced by the silver bolt.
Oof.
I wouldn't even. It's raging. He doesn't know to do that. Come on now.
Vegnog is going to get on top of the vehicle then and get behind the Bahir Fang.
Okay.
And that'll be his turn.
Legendary action. It's going to attack Trebek.
Oh, what's his armor?
18.
Okay, 18.
For the
Okay,
armor
thanks.
one.
Oh, Ewan. Okay, I saw it. Whoa.
Sentinel.
So
God damn it.
it's actually 17 poison damage and 12 cold. And yes, Ewan, you hit with the Sentinel. Go ahead and make another attack.
Oh, you got advantage. Okay.
Right.
Do have advantage.
Okay.
Shall I roll again
Yes, you should.
with advantage? Should I do my minus D4 plus 1?
Yes.
I mean, the most I can take off is 5.
Yeah.
This is a 21 a miss.
Just roll it.
Just trying to save us some time. There, 23.
Okay. Roll a D100.
He swings at Trebek and says, I ain't finished with you yet.
Okay. Roll again because you can't technically be blinded.
Why can't he be blinded?
News.
It's got eyes. I don't know.
What are you attacking with?
The branding iron.
Okay. So you strike at the creature with the branding iron, and it moves Lux's body, interposing her body between you and the branding iron, but the branding iron is still active, and there's some resonance that it picks up, and a little glint of a hand upon the branding iron, and you can hear a faint whisper of "Mother," and as silver energy flows through the branding iron, and Ewan, as you strike into Lux, it creates this fiery silver fire web around the creature, and it's now struggling to get to move as it's pinned to the ground, but it still can. Its tendrils can still find ways out of the net, but it is unable to move.
Okay. Restrained or on just movement 0, or I don't know.
It's immobilized
Okay.
until the end of its next turn. And then also, how much damage was that? Double max.
Double max. It's again D8 plus 4, so double max of 12.
Okay.
24.
Actually, that was a double crit, so we're gonna go triple max with that.
Combo breaker.
Anything else you're doing?
I mean, that was a reaction, so it attacked,
Oh,
and that happened to him.
okay. Oh, that's right, because well, now it's your turn.
All right, I hit him again.
Okay.
Maybe, possibly, I don't know. I just keep hitting him with those branding iron. I guess. I mean, is the branding iron, due to its, magical nature, is it holding up to that assault?
Yeah. And in fact, it seems to be more powerful right now than it normally would be, even activated.
Okay. Then I'll just, I'll fucking keep hitting him then.
Okay. That's a hit. Wait,
alright,
no.
cool.
Oh, there's the -1.
Yeah, an extra 1 on that.
That's still a hit.
That's an 18.
Yeah,
right?
that's still a hit.
Okay. Second attack.
Okay. Mm. And that's a hit.
All right. And then I gotta make sure. I think this is. Yep. Oh, it is a bonus action. I don't know if I want to do it yet though. I'll just I'll use a moxie, brace up, get some temporary hit points. 15. And I guess I saw once before it like spewed out a bunch of shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna like shift a little bit further just so he can't really hit us both with that.
Okay.
And then maybe that opens up a line for an assault from the
Mm-hmm.
one of the weapons on the thing. That's it.
Okay. Branded one.
So, quick question. How nimble is Trebek? I would have seen how dexterous he is.
Not very. Especially
Dexterous
now that
enough.
he's missing an eye and seems to have been aged 20 years.
He's pretty far away from me, though. I'm not sure I see all that much detail. Plus, now that he's missing an eye, maybe he doesn't even want to live. Because I'm just sort of noticing that, like, boy, if I could go right through their squares, I could grind this thing under the wheels. Now that it's, I don't know what. But I'm pretty sure that I would also run over Trebek.
Probably.
I feel like it's what my character would do. So I can't control the demon grinder, but I would sort of head generally like trying to avoid you in.
Wait, you can't control it?
I can't select it at all. I haven't been able to ever.
I can't select it either right now.
Let's see.
But basically, straight line from where we are to ride our grinding wheels over this creature.
I'm sure it's got a horn. Just honk the horn. I'll get out of it.
Right. Trebek would have to make a DC 11. See, low. You don't have to be that
Ooh,
dexterous.
Try again. See if you can move it.
No, I can't select it.
Oh. Okay. So you're gonna have to drive it through?
Yes.
Okay.
And I can, in fact, make it a little bit further into the creature space than even that to get it under the wheels.
It's gonna gunk up the fucking wheels, man.
So first, Peter, roll the save, the dexterity save, and
It's immobilized, so like that
branded
should
one.
help.
Branded one, if you want to roll the under the wheels ability. Oh, that's not good for the back.
Yeah, that is not good for
I've
Trebek.
got an action point. I
I closed by mistake.
Hey.
Okay. Completely clear out.
Nice.
And that 20 fucked us that one time, so on that
Oh,
crushing wheels.
It doesn't automatically roll it, so.
Oh, that's weird. Okay. So you begin grinding into the creature, but much like Ewan said, it does seem to be tearing into it, and you can hear the creature now uttering pain, especially because it's immobilized by this force this net of silver flame, it does begin seeping into the machine, and you can see drips of ooze beginning to enter the cabin.
That's my turn.
Um, so it is going to do its ichor spew directly into the cabin.
Dexterity save.
Yeah, and that's actually maximized, so it's actually 40 poison damage.
So it hits in the, so it's going inside. It doesn't like go over the top at all.
It's all over it. So it is like within what the branded one sees is it's not just a spew, but it's also like ooze spikes kind of branching out all over the cabin. And it is enveloping the top of the cabin as well, as it's just this massive spray. And Ewan and Trebek are outside of the damage area.
Gotcha. All right, and I'll make a save too. Dex save. I think I used my 2 action points, so. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna take it.
And then we go back to in Lux's head. So Solomon, you're watching as this creature is forcing its way into Lux's body.
What do I want to do about that? So it's forcing its way in, but I can still see it, right? Or at least the
Yeah.
part of it that's outside. Okay.
Oh, it's much larger than what Lux can contain.
So I can see Lux too, right?
Yeah.
Then I cast Spirit Guardians at 4th level. And I make Lux immune, but not the creature.
And you can see the silver flame just burning the creature away, and it's screaming. And so it's wreathed in this fire that doesn't seem to hurt Lux, and so it is hampering it and making it just like react crazily.
And it's incorporeal, so it flies through Lux. Can even get it on the inside.
Yeah. Back outside, Trebek, what are you doing?
Well, after Trebek deftly cartwheeled out of the way of the demon grinder. No, I can't do that because I use
Why does it look different on because on my screen the demon grinder is next to the ooze monster. Is that what you guys see?
Mhm.
On
Yeah.
my screen, yes. On the
Yeah.
share screen, no.
On the share screen, no.
That's weird. Let's try and restart that.
It doesn't like to update.
It's an alternate reality.
Right. There's also somebody like it looked like somebody pinged the screen and they just got stuck.
Yeah.
On mine.
A couple of times.
Okay.
It may not be updating. Is
Yeah.
I guess it did. I guess it did do the Spirit Guardian. So
All right. So Trebek,
Hmm. I mean, Heavens Falls, my best chance. Oh God. What is it? Do I have advantage? No.
I would yell, Trebek, get inside. Man, one of the weapons on the roof.
Oh, yes, boss. I start to run up and try to avoid the slime and try to climb up on the vehicle.
okay.
Actually, I forgot and did Solomon again, but hey, maybe it was Solomon. Maybe you heard Solomon's voice.
So it's gonna get opportunity attack against Trebek. So that's 17 poison and 12 cold.
But it's maximized, right?
Yeah.
Okay. And a con save.
And a con save.
You didn't need that other eye.
So you're saying it's hitting somebody else again?
The dice curse has moved.
Ow, fuck me. All right.
So Trebek, more of this ooze makes its way into his system. And he can feel his tongue begin to grow and swell until it pulls out of his mouth, and it's like this long slithering appendage.
So we're killing Trebek, is what you're saying.
I mean, he's not having a good time right now.
Neither am I. What the fuck?
Yeah. So yeah. So but Trebek makes it in otherwise.
Don't worry, Trebek. Chicks dig eye patches and giant tongues.
right.
All
All right, Vegnog.
So Vegnog is still at the Bahir Fang. Acid all around.
Shit. Sorry, don't mean to distract.
I think he would shoot it. And try to like shoot at this like can I still see the creature, or is
Oh
it
yeah,
like
it's all around you.
it's all yeah, so I would try to shoot it and try to dissipate some of it.
Okay. All right, so you blast a giant hole right through it. Even if it saves, let's see how much. Wait, that's wrong. No, I'm gonna. Well. Um.
Both would have made it.
Yeah, but the effect of the net, this silver flame net around it, keeps it from using its evasion ability. So it still plunges a hole into the ooze of the creature.
Is it still in it?
It's still in the net. Yeah. The net has not dissipated. Anything else you doing, Fegnog?
No, I think that's it.
Okay. It is going to use one of its legendary actions to strike out at Ewan and
Miss.
miss.
I have not been paying attention. How many rounds of combat has it been?
It's been a lot, but it will stay still in a minute.
It was partway through the combat that I even did that ability. So
Yeah.
Okay. Then I'm going to yeah, that's not actually going to help me because it's not doing any of that damage type. So no need to make myself exhausted. So I'll just I'll keep hitting it with this with the fucking poker here.
Okay.
That's a miss. No, not necessarily. We got advantage.
It's a hit.
Excellent. Second.
Nice.
Did it again. Come on.
Roll it again.
Ah, you fucker.
But still, with that strike, it renews the energy of the net, keeping it pinned for even longer.
All right.
And you can. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I mean, I don't know. I guess like part of my fisticuffs bonus action one is supposed to be unarmed attacks. So I can't really do much else. I can what's this one do? A shove or a dash? Well, I can't. That's not gonna help me. I think that's about it. I can't do much else. I can shift a little bit more, I guess, in case this fucking thing keeps trying to roll over it. Get the hell out of the way.
All right. It's going to use its legendary action to make another attack against you.
Doubt that one will hit.
And that's 17 poison and 12 cold.
Okay. I'm low.
Branded one.
So now that it's like Trebek's on board, I am going to just continue to ride over it and do like a good, I have 100 feet of movement. So then like turn around and line up to run over it again. Well, I mean, I assume I can't run over it multiple times in a round, but I can like ride out whatever 30, 40 feet and do a loop and line up to do it again.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll it. And because it's pinned by this silver flame, it's going to automatically hit.
All right, doesn't roll it.
Okay. And so now with that, the creature is flailing, trying to escape out of this net, but it can't. And then suddenly there's a burst of silver flame around that starts from Lux's head, and it begins burning the creature around it. And as it does that, you can hear,
No, I was so close. I was so close. I will live again. I will eat your souls.
and Lux and the coin both fall to the ground in a pool of this demon ichor. Lux's body is beyond broken. Her bones, several of her bones have been shattered. She has punctures and slashes all across her skin, and the demon ichor has worked its way into her flesh in a way similar to Ewan and Trebek. And she lies there in that pool of ichor.
To obviously stop.
Could we get her, boss?
Yes, we need to get her and Ewan into the vehicle immediately.
Let me pull up my tongue first. So Trebek gathers his tongue and like rolls it up and like stuffs it in a pocket. Runs over and tries to help Ewan.
Vegnog's gonna assist as well, getting off the top.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, however hurt I am, I'll probably still be trying to carry Lux in.
So yeah, Lux is right, and the coin are right next to each other. Who gets there first?
I mean, I would have sent Trebek out before me, but I would have followed Trebek.
You touch the coin, we start all over again.
I was more thinking that this was just a trick and you step on the ooze and the monster just reforms now that it's got us out of the vehicle.
No, I don't know. But however, that the coin is sitting there right next to Lux.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I'll just careful with that damn coin. Don't actually touch it with your bare hands.
Okay.
Branded one, give me a religion or arcana check.
Do Arcana, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, you would be able to confirm any contact with the coin may result in a resurgence of this. And you would also guess based on how powerful this thing was, that just having some cloth as a barrier between yourself and the coin wouldn't necessarily be enough.
What about a koala?
Yes, the koala trigger.
Yeah, does it require sentience?
Walla Walla, fetch, and then
Fetch.
watch Walla Walla not fetch because he has not been trained to do any of this.
He's not even
I
there.
mean, I would tell people, if you touch the coin, even with gloved hands, it will likely restart this process.
I will use. I can use lead box. It contained also nefarious magics just fine. I imagine it can contain whatever is trapped inside of this coin.
Good idea.
The coin is a foot in diameter.
Yeah,
Oh,
the box isn't all that big.
oh, I didn't realize it was like a giant coin.
And also anybody that gets within like 10 feet of the coin begins hearing whispers of temptations to come to collect the coin.
Could be my melted eye on my big tongue. I think I'm hearing things.
Now, as for Lux, as you get close to her, you can see that miraculously she's still breathing, but her breathing is very shallow.
So, I mean, we have no spells, even if we have spell slots for them, that will heal any of your injuries. So let's just start with that. You're all basically shattered bones, like, you know, greater restoration and regenerate are beyond our current level.
Hey, stop scratching it.
It is.
But since she's still alive, I can at least give her hit points. That's about all I can do. I mean, I assume that this doesn't work like a disease, that this is something different than a mere disease.
Yeah. So now transitioning into Lux's mind, the ooze has been burned away by the silver flame at Solomon's control. But much like in the outside world, Lux's body is now a reflection of that brokenness. Lux, you're conscious, but you're weak and you're weakening. You can feel the life ebbing and flowing, and you'll be making some constitution saves to see how close you get to death's door, and whether you may even pass into death. And so
Solomon casts Aura of Vitality.
Mother.
okay. So Solomon, what does it look like when you cast that?
This is one of the few times when, like, when Solomon begins to use this power, you see, like, there is a silvery, just a pure silvery radiance that radiates out from him through the 30 feet. And then it just sort of focuses around Lux as I begin to try to give her some energy back. And Solomon would take this point in time to say, after it's cast, as I said, Mother, there are many things that I can understand now, concepts that eluded me when I was alive. Like how the silver flame, I used to consider it to be akin to a god, and now I understand that it's not a personal god. It's more of a force of good, made up of the goodness of all of the people who followed the flame in the past. I realized there was much about the faith that I glossed over and oversimplified. One of the things I've come to understand, though, is that you didn't fail me. I know I blamed you for a lot, and I blamed you for the rough childhood, but I understand much better now than I did, and I can remember with much greater clarity than I ever could before the hardships that you went through and the struggles that you went through to raise me. And ultimately, you raised me well enough to embrace the silver flame, the greatest source of goodness in the universe. And I don't think that's too bad. It's true that I'm dead, but my spirit lives on. Some of my soul is trapped by Belshalor and may be used for evil. But this part that survived has survived only because of the grace of the silver flame. I don't know if I was given this chance so that I can help you thwart Belshalor, or so that I could help you more directly in times that will be ahead of you. But you should know that I will always be there, and I will be with you, watching, waiting for the time when my purpose has been revealed to me. And until then, I need you to continue fighting. And hopefully you will come to embrace the silver flame as I did. But if not, I now understand that you were a good mother, and I love you very much. Be well.
We can't say much after that. I mean, that says it all. Lux kind of like barely opening her eyes, reaches down with all her energy, kind of like reaches on the ground and pulls that skull up and begins to try to hand it to you. And she says, I don't think I need this anymore. And she tries to hand you the skull.
I will take the skull and curiously stare into my own empty eye sockets.
Supposed to respond, neither should I. I don't need it either.
I don't know what power remains in my remains, but perhaps you should keep it. You've been keeping baubles, and this seemed to help you fight the creature. Perhaps someday, who knows, if I am honored enough, this shall become a relic. And I'll hand it back to you. You're hitting people with taint stones. It could be the good wand of Orcus. You just have to put it on the end of a stick.
The staff of Solomon.
She cradles the skull and just falls back and closes her eyes. A slight tear falls out of her face. Or it could be the heat. It could be the heat that's really sweating.
Yeah, there's all kinds of fluids leaking now.
Right,
You
yeah,
never
yeah.
know.
So, you know,
It could be brain.
Yep.
Brain just leaking right out the
Yep.
eye.
could be.
So on the outside, everybody can see that Lux's breathing becomes stronger. And she seems to regain consciousness slowly. Her wounds are still pretty grievous, but she's stable.
Is she still unconscious?
No, she's regained her consciousness.
Oh, okay.
Well, thank the flame for that. Perhaps she'll pull through, although these wounds are still very bad. I'm not sure how long it will take for all of you to get back to normal. But at least it's over for now, and perhaps we should increase the distance between us and this thing. This pool of ooze should make us all nervous.
Somebody get extra cloth and shit so we can take this damn coin. We're gonna need it.
Do we have like tongs of devil holding or some shit? Do we have something like that?
We have the devil catcher. That is essentially a giant set of tongs.
Yeah, just picked up the coin with that.
That's a good idea. If anything that we possess would be able to nullify its clearly evil capabilities, it would be that's the devil catcher.
I would think it would be the branding iron. The devil catcher is more just for holding them.
Oh, poke of the branding iron, and then catch it.
And you guys wanted to sell it to the Charms and Harms.
Maybe we'll just put it in the chomper. Just like lay it in the chomper and leave it there.
I thought about that way. Maybe we could just pick the thing up.
Well, because I mean, because we can hear that. The other problem is we take it into the vehicle. Where in the vehicle do we keep it? Because in the front, that's where the driver sits, and in the back, that's where we tend to sleep. And if you're within a couple feet of it,
You're hearing voices.
right? It would just drag it on like a rope behind us.
Yeah, but then it might be easy, you know. It would be easy to sever the rope.
Right. That was certainly not serious, but I did like the image in my head of like a just married sign and you're dragging this beam going behind you. But I would ask, like, where in the vehicle would we store this? Seems like it might drive us mad. And if there's ever a crash, someone could inadvertently touch it. Is there like a bin we could put it in that's big enough to hold it?
Yeah, the laundry bin should be big enough.
I thought there was like a thing. Was there not a thing like on the side? Like,
Well, there's let's bring it up.
We could, if we wanted to trade it for other coins, for slow coins, we could see if there is a willing buyer or a trader.
Don't
We
you
need
need
it.
it for your ritual?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, that's right.
Back then, I'm always thinking about what you can get next.
There's a storm of black ooze following us now.
Right. Can't possibly avoid it either.
Just tuck it in like behind one of those ladders there, where it's out of the way.
Yeah, what was this?
That's a little trunk
Yeah.
or cabinet.
Yeah.
It's a storage space.
Exactly. Just put it in there. All you need. Just wrap it up real good.
Wrap it up
Multiple-
without touching it.
Multiple layers. Yeah. You lay multiple layers on top of it. And you take that and you can flip it and then put multiple layers on the other side. And
I don't know that any thickness of cloth is going to protect us. We could encase it in lead. Perhaps we would have a shot.
that would require us to pick it up.
We had a big bin of molten lead. We could just use the tongs to drop it in.
By the way, Peter, while this was all happening, Lux would have seen a bit into the fiend's mind as well. And
Mhm.
so all those things that I explained to you about the fiend coin in the email, now
Mhm.
your character knows that now.
Okay.
I have idea. And Vegnog begins, like he pulls off of his back. He like reaches down and pulls off his back, the shield of the Hidden Lord, and he like tries to like get. He's like, we can carry it in this and put it in storage container.
This is the shield of evil that Alyssa used to carry.
It is.
You want to touch the evil demon coin to the evil demon shield,
They might cancel each other out. You're right.
or
Well, Solomon,
become
or I
allies?
mean, the branded one doesn't really know much about this shield.
I know what it looks like, sir. If he just took it off his back. I mean, it's never been confirmed anything other than Solomon had like a vague sense of it actually being evil. But I mean, just from the look of it, it was clearly evil. I mean, I don't necessarily have a better idea, but I have my apprehensions. We don't have any reason to believe that the other soul or fiend coin that we know about will be any easier to handle, although I suppose we at least know someone who has handled one.
Yeah, it might be worth. I keep forgetting. Have we been able to determine whether or not the vehicle comes with us if we use that coin to go back to the bazaar or the Emporium?
I mean, you can't be certain because it was never clearly described to you. It was just that you guys would be able to return to the Wandering Emporium, whether it would be just you or would it include the vehicle was never really understood. Although you would hazard a guess to say that it would, because the Wandering Emporium is also where Tallow gets her work as a mechanic.
Right.
And you would guess that Master Hawkins would have been aware of your needs for the vehicle and the possibility that you may need more repairs in the future.
So perhaps we can just pick this thing up in the chomper here and use the coin to get back. We're obviously all in a state at the moment.
Oh, look at that though.
I don't disagree. If you know of a haven that you can go to heal, that is better than trying to heal in this place.
Agreed. And
How long would it take? Would we be in this emporium?
I guess as long as we can manage, and hopefully we can pay a visit to this other person who I know has one of these coins. Maybe we can get some information on how to actually safely handle it.
That seems reasonable.
Plus my skin looks like shit.
So the chomper, if we like use the devil catcher to lift the coin and put it into the chomper, I don't know what the chomper actually looks like. Does it close Like if we then took the vehicle to the Emporium, would anybody wandering by the vehicle be like, "Oh, free feeding coin"? And they looked in the jaws of the chomper.
Well, let's see. Like,
I mean,
You know, if we're not staying with the vehicle, I'm not sure how good a permanent storage solution it is.
um,
But if it does close, that's fine.
so this is what a demon grinder looks like in the book.
Okay, so from that is not what I was picturing at all. I was picturing like the Thundercats tank. And so it has like a chomper on the front of it too, but it's a bit more like a mouth.
Mhm.
This is like this is more like claws that just happen to close up. So it's perhaps not a storage solution at all, because the coin will just fall out between the lower claws.
Mhm.
Well, we could set something in there so it wouldn't.
Yeah, at this point, I'm just thinking we might want to, if we're going to go to the Emporium anyway, we might want to just put it in the trunk. Yeah, maybe it'll drive us crazy before we can get there, but no risk of it falling out either.
yeah, I mean, maybe we can use the the choker thing, the demon catcher, to actually somewhat, most likely clumsily, carry this thing. Maybe we could use it as like almost like a shovel, so we get like it underneath, and then or like one of those like pads that they use to, put the pies in the oven, the pizza pies.
Right.
Mhm.
Pizza slice.
Whatever that wooden shovel pallet thing is.
It's a pizza slice.
Oh, okay.
I have one. They're amazing.
Right. So the devil catcher is actually like one of those reacher grabbers. It's got a trigger on one end to close the loop at the top.
Yeah.
So I'm not. It might not be the easiest thing in the world, but I think it is possible to like grab it.
Yeah.
Hey, stop.
Yeah.
It says handle with a trigger at the other end.
Yeah.
So this is kind of what it looks like.
You know, it'd probably be one of those things that'd probably take us an hour to friggin' move it, but
Right. But it works like a reacher grabber. So eventually we would be able to slowly move it. And we'd be like, several feet away from it as we do it. So
Mhm.
if it drops, it drops.
Right.
Yep.
Good.
Do you have that close wound
I do.
spell?
If you, yeah. I mean, if you inquire about it, I would say yes, I have it.
I could use some healing, and that'll do the trick very nicely. Because
The periaptive wound closure works really well with that closed wounds cantrip.
It surely fucking does, man. Amazing. I'm down 10 hit points now instead of, and I'm seeing them out.
In your senile.
An obscene amount.
Then I would also actually take my healer's kits out, or actually Solomon's healer's kits. And everyone basically gets this much back plus your level and hit points from that.
Then I'm done.
Vegnog would turn it down and say it would be better spent on others. You guys look beat up. And like would gesture towards Ewan or Lux.
So like my hit points are completely back.
Oh, okay.
So that part I'm fine on.
So what's the healer's kit? You said 8 plus
Plus
Your
your
level.
level.
Okay.
I don't know how my skin's looking though.
It still looks bad. Did you see the picture that Peter sent? It's in
No,
the
I did
chat.
not. It wanted me to download it, but
Yeah, I didn't
Wasn't
download it.
downloaded.
I just
I
did a
wouldn't
quick
trust
Google
me either.
search.
click and
Oh.
download just led to some other screen. And so I was
yeah.
like, this is too much.
All right,
At the pick of save location and
I'll take care of it.
Right.
yeah, no, I just did a quick Google search.
Yeah. So that's what your body looks like now.
Oh. It looks like a Tool cover art.
Right.
Yeah.
Looks painful.
My God, Dick Cooper. Go away. So why don't we wrap up there? So this was a little experimental. I thought it would be a neat way not only to introduce the Fiend coin and all the dangers with that, but also to give Salomon a chance to get a little bit of closure with Lux. What do people think about the session today?
I mean, I really enjoyed it. I like the fights where I think we're plausibly going to die. And this definitely was a fight where I could see it going badly. In fact, it was going badly. People were rolling really, really badly. And I like that it was sort of switching between Lux's view and the outside view. Now, that said, I also, I haven't been permanently damaged by it. I wasn't even under 30 hit points at any point in time. So other people maybe had a rougher time than I did.
It took me a while to even get in the fight. Did I get my
biggest
fucking boomerang
inconvenience-
back? Is that there?
Yes, you got your boomerang back.
I was gonna be pissed if I didn't.
Biggest inconvenience is I've got to get Trebek an eye patch.
Yep.
He can't talk.
That's why I'm going to have to buy him the eye patch, because he's not going to be able to tell the clerk what he wants.
It was fun. I like the voice modulator.
Yeah.
I thought
Yeah, that was actually, I was gonna email you later just to send me whatever program, the name of whatever program that is.
Yeah,
it
it's
added a lot of-
Clownfish.
Oh, okay. Well, then Clownfish, you should know, does have a button.
Does it?
Like, yes, it's a separate, go back to their website. There's a separate push to activate app
Oh, okay.
that's really
Nice.
easy to use.
Yeah. So I used the Clownfish, and then I had Peter send me some audio that then I layered in my own thing to give it that otherworldly feel. But yeah, I thought it was really interesting. I also thought it was neat to highlight Lux's power, because a lot of those abilities that she was using are ones that she actually has, just
Yep.
somewhat slightly enhanced by the demon.
Slightly.
I mean, you know, the ability to jump long distances is definitely hers. The stunning strike is definitely hers. The warping flesh, not as much.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe she just realized that she had it this whole time.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Power
Yeah,
Who
you
ability.
can
knows?
send me the adjustments, Mike, over the next couple of weeks.
I also enjoyed the phases of the boss fight. You know.
Yeah, I thought that was good too. The one thing I would have done, and I was thinking about it at the time, is when it transitioned into its ultimate form, that would have been a really interesting time to make everybody re-roll initiative. Like it's a brand new fight from the
Ah.
beginning.
That is a cool idea. I'm gonna keep that one in my pocket.
Yeah.
By the way, with those lingering injuries from the demon ichor, there's a few things that can be done to alleviate it. If you have magic, lesser restoration can work, but it requires an additional investment from the caster.
Oh, I thought Ewan had to make a con save.
The other way is it could potentially naturally subside, but that takes a few days, and you get a save at the end of each long rest, and a certain number of successes versus failures determines whether it progresses positively or negatively.
I guess we'll see what happens when we get there.
Mm-hmm.
Sort of investment we're talking about.
Yeah. What does he have to do?
Right. If it's like extra spell slot, okay. If it's like, you know, I take on part of the deformity, King can sacrifice himself for the pawns.
Yeah, we'll role play that. But this is also the same demon ichor that Lulu was talking about, that could be used to
Power the demon grinder.
yeah, and also what Lulu was looking like to purchase additional demon ichor.
Do we have vials?
I wouldn't know anything about that, or even who Lulu is.
So we can. What you're saying is we can siphon it with a tube into the tank.
There's a whole lake of it.
Yeah.
It is very dangerous though, because even like it wasn't just the fact that the creature abilities did this. the demon Ichor itself has the ability to transform mortals by touching it. So it has to be handled with care.
Whoever has the bag of holding, empty it out, siphon 500 pounds in. Just to say, if it comes up in my game that there is a very different creature that also deforms people, I'm not actually copying. It's just
Well, we know who's going to get hit by that, right? She's been hit with all the things that alters the body.
Yeah, but with Clave, could just like shape change back into his normal form anyway.
He can.
I think Tony was talking about Aurelia.
Aurelia always gets hit by that shit though. Turned to a fucking baby and shit.
Well, there was also that moment where wasn't she transforming into like a lizard?
She's been transformed into a couple things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, she was like a lizard form of her cat self for a period of time. And then she was transformed into a baby.
Yeah.
Right, guys, I'm gonna head to bed.
Yeah. Thanks for playing, everybody.
All right.
Okay, later.
Yeah. Thanks. Enjoyed it.